Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
what's definitely getting out of hand? Already out of hand and has been for a while, but keeps getting worse. Advertisements everywhere. I find the worst part is the repetition. In one evening of TV watching I might see the same commercial 20 or 30 times. Sometimes the same commercial plays back to back or twice within one break. There should be laws against this kind of spam. It's brainwashing. I grow to despise certain commercials. I'm sure I'm not alone in this. Why do we put up with it? And worse is that we pay for this shit. I can't stand the earworm jingles. There should definitely be a law restricting the number of times the same commercial can be used. Within a time frame. What kind of damage is this doing to kids and developing brains? I actually read a New York Times article a few years ago that said television advertising probably isn't as effective as companies think, and if anything they tend to cause consumers to associate their brands with being annoyed. I personally think many companies have gotten out of control when it comes to ads. They think more is always better. But there's definitely a point when advertising can start to work against you. There are several car insurance companies, for instance, that I will never ever consider doing business with, if only because I am so absolutely sick and tired of seeing their moronic ads playing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again every single time I watch a TV show with ads. Enough is enough. Monthly subscriptions. Not just streaming services, software, games and even vehicle features. It's like the MBAs from MBB have their hands in everything now. Especially Adobe Photoshop, you could own that back in the day. Also easier to pirate back then. Or so a friend told me. This is a huge contributing factor to how expensive living is today. You can never pay off a subscription. It is forever, until cancelled. Not to mention it's much more difficult to own physical media these days too. You're only licensing access, not taking ownership. Grocery prices. Right? Is anyone else finding it harder and harder to just afford to live, month on month? Definitely. The prices got high but packets are smaller. The former normal size of everything are now family size, in my country. Rent increases and mortgage rates. Housing in general is just too much. Too many rich people hopping on the landlord train. Too many rich people being permitted to hop on the landlord train. The level of brightness on new car lights. Thanks Mr. New Car Driver, I didn't need my retinas anyway. I hate when I flash my brights cause I think theirs are on. But then they flash their actual brights and I can't see colors for 3 days. This is a serious issue. They should be banned, but nobody is doing anything about it. The Soft Lights Foundation is trying, but automakers and lawmakers aren't listening. I work in transportation research and I can assure you that multiple studies are being conducted, which are aimed to fix the issue. I'm active in one of the studies. Actually, unfortunately, research takes time, legislation takes time, and implementation takes time. The cost to simply be alive and take care of yourself. Edit. Thank you anonymous Redditor who gave me an award. It's good to remember we are not alone with this feeling. I work 20 hours a week on an internship and I still make less than $9,000 a year. Anyone working in my position, $9 an hour, full time, 40 hours a week, will quite simply not be able to live off of $18,000. It's just not possible. And it's frustrating because you look around Reddit and hear stories of people back in the day working minimum wage making enough to afford a home for a family of 7. Then, in contrast, you see boomers who grew up in those times shaming us for not having the same utilities they had. We didn't get lazier. They ruined the world for us and won't take accountability for it. For context, my job doesn't provide health insurance. So there goes $400 of my paycheck every month. I now have $200 for rent, food, water, bills, and tax, so let's just bump that down to $180. If not for college dorms, I would be homeless and or starving. I'll add another similar comment. I'm working around 90 to 95 hours every 2 weeks just to be able to afford diapers and decent food for my family of 3. 23 years old and already stuck in the shitter. Making 18 an hour now is like making 15 an hour years ago. I work on a farm in GA heat and keep everything looking nice and taken care of and still manage to bring in less than $2,000 a paycheck. Down to my last $20 until tomorrow, thank God for payday. Hope things look up for us all. It's a different world than we were used to. Short videos on every social media app. It destroys the attention span and critical thinking abilities. Mainly for children that grow up with these apps watching endless short videos. They will have no motivation to do something else that costs more effort, and it is truly concerning. As an adult, YouTube Shorts really sucks you in and it's a huge time waste. Especially when it bounces between, cute puppy, to, cop body cam footage of a shooting, back to, kittens, quote, to, missile strikes. It is awful, and bouncing between those emotions and short attention spans to a topic as an adult I can't imagine what it's doing to kids. As an adult, YouTube Shorts really sucks you in and it's a huge time waste. Yep. The whole thing is designed to keep you scrolling and addicted. Also the number of longer videos instead of articles. I'm so fucking sick of seeing a news post on Reddit, clicking it, and it being a 10 to 15 minute video where the YouTuber just rambles on and on and on, when I could have been a 2-minute article of facts. This applies to major news outlets too. If I click on your link, and it's just a video, I'm not watching. Let me read the article at my own pace so I can go look up things if I need to. Edit. Plug for the add-on, sponsor block. It's crowdsourced flagging and can do auto-skipping of tangential and promotional content. Cuts out the in-video ads.